Okay, back here with the 2004 Chrysler Crossfire. So I've had this car for about 2 months now, and yet shades of the Cadillac. I've only probably had it in my possession of 1 month of that, but seem to have all those minor-ish mechanical issues worked out. One more that cropped up was electrical. We just found it wasn't charging very well and needed a new alternator, so just got that put in. So yeah, nice little bill for myself for my car, but you know, it is 21 years old, even though it only has 57,000 miles on it. Still a 21-year-old car, and things are going to go wrong. But hopefully we're in safe mode for a while. So my next thing is I really want to give this car really good detailing inside and out, really make it look its best. And I think I'm actually going to start with that, with addressing some of the paint issues. You know, you probably see me here. I've shown it has lots of, well, sorry, lots, but you know, a decent amount of like little scratches, paint chips, the sort of things that just occur with a 21-year-old car, even though in general the paint looks pretty good. So I'm just going to start with that, just go around and get all of these. You've probably seen this one. That's the worst one by far. Obviously hit a rock there. Address all these little paint chips, and we'll get those filled in, maybe a little polish on them in case they're rough, and then put a little bit of clear on them to just do that. And then we'll do really nice outside wash, wax job, and inside get that all tidied up and get some, protectant on the dashboard and seats and all that kind of stuff. So let's see how good we can make this car look. Now, one issue that people have often run into, I know I have in the past as well, is you buy touch-up paint for a car and it just doesn't exactly match. Probably because, I hate to say it, you're trying to get the cheap stuff. You're going into your local auto parts store where they just have like those color swatches and you're saying, that looks close, and then it's not. What you have to do is you need to find out what the paint code is for your car. This is probably going to be easier with newer cars than older cars. But seriously, like, you just go look up the name of your color for your year, make, and model. If you remember, mine is Blaze Red Crystal Pearl or something like that. And I found out that is in fact the PRH paint code. And you can probably see here PRH. And there's some crossover, ARH, PRH. And then you look that up on either, Amazon or some other sites. You can then find the exact matching paint code, or sometimes you have to go to a specialty store or something like that, like a Chrysler parts store. But so, for Duplicolor, we were able to get our thing here with the, nice tip for fine little scratches, and then the brush for bigger ones. Probably that one over there on the corner will be the one I use that for. And it also comes with a clear coat foam as well to take care of those little bits. So that is how you get real matching paint. Find out your paint code and buy that. All right, we'll go ahead and start here on the top. So as you can see with these things, you come with the fine tip point, and the idea is that you just press a little bit and just hopefully just a little bit will come out. So we'll start with this one right here. All right, we're all done there. It was a bit of a challenge doing this with the car dirty because I saw all these little flecks and specks on it, and that's just dust. So the idea is here is we will let that dry for a few hours, and then I will probably go over those spots with a little polish or scratch fixer. I mean, like you can see like there, I'm not sure how much that shows up. You can see, those spots show up, but that'll settle down, and then I'll go over it with some polish or scratch fixer to kind of get a little more flush, and we'll put a little dab of clear coat. And obviously this isn't going to fix it completely, but like you saw that one glaring spot right there, you kind of would have to look to see it. See it there. You see it really stands up there. But not too bad. That little pen thing worked very well. In fact, I only had to resort to the brush one time for the edges of the door. I may have to look to get some for the this argent trim, which I think is also the same color as the wheels. As you can see, like I've got a little bit of scratching there, a little curb rash, and one or two spots here on this trim that I would love to fill in some scratches there. But all right, I think that's the end of phase one. Oh, and this is the worst spot here, where obviously there had been some kind of a contact here on the back, the bumper, if you want to call it that. And I just went ahead and filled in those fine scratches, which obviously it doesn't look very good here, but I'm hoping I can go over that with scratch fixer, and I've even got a polisher, and see if I can get that a little better. All right, well, I'm not sure how well that shows up there, but those fine scratches along the back here that I filled in, obviously that kind of stands out pretty well. So let me see if we can polish that down a bit. Let me try here. I actually bought a polisher, gosh, probably about 3 or 4 years ago, that I've never actually used. We'll go ahead and give that a try in here and see what we can do. Well, there's the after. It doesn't look great. Yeah, I probably should have just gone with some straight scratch fixer stuff instead of trying to put on touch-up paint. But overall, I mean, I got all those little, you don't see this because of I guess the primer on this was white or light gray. Like, all those little chips just really stood out. And of course, you can see there's a big one there. The other one on the nose, a couple on the hood, on the roof. That one there, you can see. I mean, again, it don't look great, but like, if I just passed by like that, you can probably see, there it is right there. It's not terrible. Same for the roof. I probably need to polish that down a little bit more. Yep. All right, well, next up is we are going to give this girl a wash, a wax, and clean out the interior. Oh, and some of you may have noticed our Kia Carnival in the background here and may be thinking to yourself, well, heck, those are the same, that's practically the same color. They're actually fairly close. That one's got a little more gray and purple in it, whereas this is more of that fire red. And a good example of, if you try to use the wrong paint on a car, it will really stand out and actually make those scratches and paint chips look even worse. So we're actually going to send away for some correct paint code touch-up for this. We had a couple of trips on it, long trips, and managed to pick up a few paint chips here and there. So I want to get those fixed. But yeah, always get the right paint code. They don't cost much. I mean, like those paint pens, you can typically get those for between like $8 to $15. So invest in the good stuff. my headlights are a little hazy, and normally I just use the old toothpaste trick on this, but I thought I would go ahead and invest in some of that actual headlight restorer stuff. Give it a try, see how it works. It seems to have done the job. Do a comparison here. We'll see it before and after, but also like look at that light compared to that light's not been done. You can see how much hazier that is. So I'm not sure if it's light years better than the just the old toothpaste trick, but yeah, it's worth a shot. I will say that stuff really wants to stick to your paint, so I'll have to be more careful not to get it on it when I do the other one.